Well, hello. welcome. This is going to be a celebration for our dedication for our Peace Bowl tonight, everyone. And I am so excited. I hope my enthusiasm translates to you because this is a celebration. Okay. You were all given a little bit of a gift, and you might kind of wonder what's in there, especially the rock. Now, let me tell you about this rock. It's just not an ordinary rock. It represents life that tumbles us around in a lot of grit. I saw you thinking I was going to use the S word back there. Like these agates, that process makes us better. And each is unique. And as you hold these later on, please remember that you are unique and you are being polished. One real quote that I'd like to say real quick before I introduce our speakers. The well-being and the hopes of the people of the world can never be served until peace, as well as freedom, honor, self-respect is secure. And also, the theme for tonight is actually about inner peace first. So as we go through the night, kind of remember that it starts within. And I would like to introduce our speakers, if you would please stand. Well, yes, all at once. We have Reverend Dr. Eva McGinnis with Oak Ridge University. We have Emmy, yes, sorry. Emmy Bartholomew, one of our singers. We also have Harmony Rudder, thank you. Accompanist, Reverend Glenn Jones will be doing a prayer. Asha will be my apologies, my tongue is tied. Reverend Asha Bernstein Johnson, and the person that's going to start off our beautiful ceremony with song is Sally Spirit. Without further ado, Sally, please.
May all be well and may all be free from strife. May all return to love and peace be with you forevermore. And peace be with you forevermore. May all be well and happy. May all be
And next we have Reverend Dr. Eva McGinnis. And one quick little note. Today is the day of the beginning of the World Day of Prayer. That is one of the reasons that we are having the celebration this evening. Thank you. Eva?
Whoa.
Oh, that's just gone.
Welcome, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all. And this is the beginning of our World Day of Prayer. And we scheduled it deliberately to combine the peace with our prayer day. We join with millions of people who are praying today all over the world. So our prayers for peace are that much more powerful. Our intention, let me see. Yeah. Our intention is to focus on peace, both inner and outer, as we gather for this peace pole dedication and blessing. And as you probably saw coming in, that white pole there, that comes from the May the Peace Prevail International Organization. And we picked out the 4 languages that we could have written on it. Obviously English, Spanish, and Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, because that is the most widely spoken language of native speakers in the world. And then Polish, because that's my ancestry and my native tongue. And so we sincerely also welcome the native peace tradition of the stewards of this land, the Elwa, and we hope that Carmen will be with us in a little while, because we stand together with them and we thank them for their generous participation in being the stewards of this land. And my part in the celebration is to share the background information for the peace pole tradition, where I encountered it, where it came from originally, and how we can embrace it as a symbol of our own inner peace, which we take then out into the community and into the world, because we are powerful. So, to let you know, the way I came to discover the peace pole tradition was by seeing a peace pole first time at the Unity in Olympia, Washington. And several friends of mine went to a special concert by James Twyman, who's known as the Peace Troubadour. He's a singer, songwriter, author, and filmmaker. And many of you might know him as a peace activist. His famous song is the Prayer of St. Francis, "Make me an instrument of your peace." Does that sound familiar? And for nearly 30 years, he's traveled countries where there's strife and war to perform peace concerts. And he's focused worldwide synchronized meditations in which millions of people have participated. And those meditations really made a difference in the places that he's been. He's also been invited to places like Iraq, Northern Ireland, Israel, Bosnia, to perform during periods of great conflict. He's now an Anglican priest, and he heads an interfaith spiritual community called Namaste Village in Mexico. That evening, at the concert, he pointed out that peace pole and said that it was a powerful symbol of what we can do to physically hold the space for the consciousness of inner peace and engagement in peaceful actions in the outer world. I put this symbol in my heart and remembered it again when I saw 2 peace poles at the Unity Spiritual Enrichment Center in Port Townsend about 2 years ago. And I knew it was time to come and plant one in our spiritual community. And I know that you have a peace pole at the Center for Spiritual Living here in Port Angeles too. So I think it's the second one in our community here. So what is a peace pole? A peace pole carries the message, "May peace prevail on earth," in the languages of the world. They are international symbols and monuments dedicated to peace on earth and the upliftment of consciousness of humankind. There are now 200,000 peace poles have been planted in front of churches, temples, synagogues, shrines, schools, businesses, gardens, parks, personal homes, train stations, and even carried in peace marches around the world. Isn't that wonderful? So the peace pole movement comes from the May Peace Prevail on Earth. It's a 70-year-old grassroots global movement to inspire and reawaken the inherent consciousness of love, peace, and harmony, which exists in every one of us. It is a movement to bring inner peace of mind and to foster peace in the world at large. That's their statement. So where did the peace pole idea come from? It came from a place that was one of the most devastated places impacted by World War II, from Japan. In 1955, the universal message of peace, May Peace Prevail on Earth, was authored by the late Masahisa Gayo of Tokyo. He was personally affected by the suffering of the people who experienced the atomic bombs dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And during a meditation, he received those words, "May peace prevail on earth." He awakened to the inner need to spread this message in the hearts of the global community for the attainment of inner and outer peace. I'm going to quote his words that really touched me and speak to what we are talking about today. Quote, "There has never been a time when each person's thought activity has been more important than it is today. One human being's thoughts, whether they are emitting light waves of love and sincerity or dark waves of egotistical desires, can move humanity either towards complete peace or complete devastation. Therefore, I encourage all of us, through prayer for world peace, and let the original blueprint for a peaceful world be carried out to perfection as soon as possible. This is a desire of the great spirit of hope which lives deep within each human being. It was the great design of the universe for this world peace prayer to come forth at this time and place. By means of the spirit of prayer, the dark waves surrounding humanity will gradually be purified and transformed into waves of bright light." Unquote. Thus, the first seeds of this movement were planted in Ishikawa, Japan, where a small gathering of peace workers joined Master Goi to listen to his philosophy and visions for a better world. He came to be respected as a great master throughout Japan for his ideals for peace on earth. In small neighborhoods, the movement grew in the 1960s and 70s throughout Japan, and it started getting momentum. First, they tried stickers and posters, and they put them in storefronts and the public bulletin boards and telephone poles. The supporters handed out literature and stickers in public in front of train stations and other public locations. And he encouraged creative ways in order to carry the message in public view. In 1976, the idea of placing peace message and prayer on poles began to gain popularity. And this was the first impulse which led to the beginnings of the Peace Pole Project. With the passing of Mr. Goi in 1983, his adopted daughter, Masumi Sagoni, took the peace movement to an international level. The first peace poles outside of Japan began to appear in towns and cities around the world in the 1980s. By 1986, the Peace Pole Project was established in the United States, followed by peace pole activities in Europe and throughout the world. In 1988, the World Peace Prayer Society was incorporated as a nonprofit organization and established its world headquarters in New York. In 1990, the Society was accepted as a non-governmental organization in affiliation with the United Nations. The Charter for the United Nations declares the primary goal as, quote, to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war, as well as to practice tolerance and live together in peace with one another. This neutral, universal message can serve as a bridge among people from all parts of the world. The United Nations endeavors to bring this message, may peace prevail on earth, into all its workings, including governments, agencies, departments, NGOs, and at their events. The Peace Pole has become a well-known symbol of peace, the United Nations, increasingly around the globe. And the power of the message, may peace on earth prevail on earth, lies in its capacity to bring people from various cultures, faith traditions, and political ideals together as one united global heart and mind. May peace prevail on earth allows us to sincerely focus on our mutual desire to serve, create, and manifest true peace on earth while transcending our differences and celebrating our common humanity. At this point, I would like to also just add a personal note that the idea of peace is not just something that I thought was a nice idea to have, but something that I have craved to live for. Because of my history, my family survived barely World War II. My parents had incredible experiences being Polish. My dad spent most of the war as a prisoner of war. My mother was taken as a teen to work in enslaved labor in Germany. And I myself was born in a refugee camp afterwards. My grandparents, their home was totally burnt down, the modest home. Their crops burnt and their orchard completely slashed. So they were homeless for a long time. And so even though I was born after the war, their experiences, their PTSD kind of permeated my life. And I grew up with people who had experienced the war firsthand. And it was always in their conversations. Always, hope that's not a drone. You do I. So I grew up seeking peace and dedicating my spiritual life to being a peace activist, as well as a joy activist, because once you find peace, then love and joy follow. So that's my personal experience with it, and that's why it matters so much to me today to have that peace pole, both of them, up there today, and to share it with all of you. So I'd like to end with the end of the prayer for peace that Unity put out, the prayer for peace. So let's just take a deep breath together. Guided by infinite love, I allow peace to harmoniously guide my thoughts, words, and actions. I center myself in an awareness of God. God is already centered in me. I open my heart and mind to divine peace and feel its harmonizing power within me and around me. This is grace, and I am grace-filled. I am embraced by the loving, living spirit of divine love. I open myself to this transformative energy, allowing it to shine through my words and actions. I embody and express love, peace, and harmony, which naturally follow. With an intentional pause, a deep breath, and an exhale to release any tension, I calm the space and the storms within. breathing consciously from my own divine oneness, I become a healing balm, creating an environment of peace and harmony wherever I go. I dwell in the harmony of the universe, and peace fills my soul. Even as the outer world shifts and changes, the center of peace within me stays steadfast and unshakable. Embracing harmony and peace, I claim my wholeness. May peace prevail on earth and in your heart. So be it.
Well, now I'm going to step in for Carmen, who was supposed to speak this evening, and let me explain the Elwha pool. One of the things I had asked if they would carve, and they have a new program, a new machine that engraves. Well, our original pole, which was supposed to be round because I asked, because there should be no sides to peace. One of the people in his class didn't know and took it and started carving on it. Then the mill that he gets the round poles from couldn't deliver a pole. So Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, they found a post. The post is an original entryway post from the traditional and former Lincoln Park Longhouse. So it has meaning. So when you go by it, think of it as an entry into peace. So we were very excited that we have a pole. And tonight, yes, we will be singing and dancing around it. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Emmy Bartholomew and Harmony Rudder. Thank you.
I don't think we need one. I don't think we need one either. So the first song we're going to sing is I've Got Peace Like a River. Doesn't that sound like peace, love, joy? So if you haven't heard this before, we'll sing through it once, and it repeats the first line 3 times. So you kind of have to go with the program here.
So okay, just want to make sure we're on the same roadmap. Just a sec. This is for all of us. So we're going to do peace like a river, and then love like an ocean, and then joy. But then it's I've got peace, love, and joy like a river in my soul. Yes. We're going to do that all together.
Yeah.
On the last one. Okay.
I've got peace like a river. Peace like a river.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is going to be great. I've never seen it done. Peace, joy, and love, all in the same verse.
I know it's not the same verse.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've got peace, love, and joy like a river in my soul.
That's the last verse.
Okay.
So these are each a verse of their own.
All right. Y'all are going to have to teach me that last
Okay. So here we go. All right. What note do you want to start on?
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Yes. Now, love.
I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an
ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got peace, love, and joy. I've got peace, love, and joy like a river. I've got peace, love, and joy like a river in my soul. I've got peace, love, and joy like a river. I've got peace, love, and joy like a river. I've got peace, love, and joy like a river in my soul. It works, right? Do you want to get your...
We do the next one now.
Yeah. Do you want to sit? Okay.
Are you all ready now? Does that get your blood going? Great. All right. Now, my pleasure is to introduce Reverend Glenn Jones with an inspirational prayer.
Good evening, everybody. That was lovely. Couple of songs, I just was silent because I was listening to the beauty of this angelic choir behind me and to the side, each side. I was going, oh my God, and I didn't want to mess that up.
Not a chance. Everybody can see.
I believe you. So I was ordained as an interfaith minister in the San Francisco Bay Area and active in groups there for many years. And we had such a diversity of people and peace poles and a lot of activity going on. So I'm deeply influenced by the interfaith energy. Myself, I don't have any particular religious beliefs, other than I was influenced greatly by Paramahansa Yogananda and Jeshua Ben Joseph, Jesus, particularly through the Shanti Cristo, the Way of Mastery, which is what brought me up here when I found out that Judith Coates was channeling Jeshua right after Mark Hammer, the man that channeled Jeshua for the Way of Mastery. So I said, I got to see this for myself. And I did. And I found out this is the real deal. And so, but the whole point of the whole thing is peace, inner peace. And a lot of the folks I worked with in the Bay Area demonstrated and were active for peace, but they were not peaceful inside. They were fearful. I mean, this is going on all around us. We have people that crave peace, but are coming from a point of view of anxiety and fear. So when they go out and do their work, what often happens, they're promoting anxiety and fear with a nice, peaceful facade. So, and I learned that, the hard way with a hammer and chisel. So once I was able to embody that peace, I felt like, okay, now I can anchor heaven on earth, because that's where I'm at. one of the things, again, like Eva said, how important, for her family background, led her to this point in life where she could share her desire for peace. And me, I lived a pretty good life as a child, but my father was a World War II veteran, and his unit was one of the liberators of Dachau. So he was there, and so I had many times I was offered to participate in the Holocaust memorial service at the local Jewish temple in Fremont, California, and so my job was to introduce the people or the organization that the evening's donations were going to go to. So I researched that, and I always added a little bit of my own personal stories, so, to show that, it goes deep. It goes deep for all of us. And it turns out that the speaker that evening, his mother was liberated from Dachau. And I'm sure my father and her at least passed each other at some point. So it had a lot of meaning for me. And so my other background is in New Thought. Which I love. And unity is a big part of that. Religious science, divine mind, divine man. There's so many branches of New Thought. I feel right at home here. And so this poem prayer, is what we call affirmative prayer. That is, since there's only one mind, one presence, and one power that many of us call God, it goes by many names, but there is only one presence, one power, one mind. So I invite you to take these words as your own, following that oneness. O presence, how simple thy peace, how lovely thy knowing. My love for thee outshines all else. Even forgiveness is forgotten in love. I live, I am. Thy breath I breathe, as peace washes over me in gentle waves, warmed by the eternal morning sun. In the bliss of peace, the joy of now, and the freedom of innocence, I embrace the truth of my being and declare with love for our Mother Earth, all who dwell upon her noble lands, in her wondrous waters, and in her precious painted skies, as the hand of Mother, Father, we is revealed unto the hearts of all. The remembrance of peace to all who are open to receive is now returned. Om. Amen. Ho!
Thank you, Glenn. Hey, I see somebody sleeping back there. Come on. And now it is my pleasure again to honor our very own Reverend Dr. Eva McGinnis with her peace poem.
So from the craving of peace comes this poem, Deep Peace. And the epigraph is, peace is not something you wish for, it's something you make, something you do, something you are, and something you give away. And that quote was by Robert Fulghum. So let's take a deep breath of peace. Peace, a deep breath, the elixir of life. Not just the absence of war, hatred, jarring noise, violence, and fear, convulsions of the mind, and belief in separation from our source. Peace, not a platitude for the sleep of death, as in may they rest in peace, an illusion of tranquility. Peace, the true passion embrace of love. Daily gratitude for this moment's opportunity to love, embracing the connection to all of creation, touching the soul's timelessness. Peace flows in on a birdsong that ushers in the dawn, on the sweetness of a Beethoven adagio, on a chorus sung by a campfire, on the compassion of a loving heart. Peace comes softly in fervent prayer, in the serenity of meditation, in the release of forgiveness, in the pleasure of breathing in grace. Peace reveals herself in a child's tender hug, in the first rain after a hot summer, in a flower-strewn meadow on a mountain top, on a warm shaft of sunlight after a long winter. Peace is compassion for another's fate, lending a helping hand, a listening ear, an open heart, sitting beside a beloved one on their last day on earth, being the answer to another's prayer. Peace opens her floodgates after a storm, after the lovers have embraced their passion, after the baby was born, after the last tear has been shed. Peace is not just a greeting on a Christmas card. It's a way of returning to oneness, a way of living a lifetime. Peace, a deep breath, the elixir of life. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And now, once again, we have our wonderful musicians singing Peace I Ask of Thee, O River, Emmy Bartholomew and Harmony Rudder. Thank you.
So before we start, I have a couple words I want to say about this song. I learned this when I was 10, and 62 years ago. That's almost scary, you know. And I had started. Why, thank you. My teacher's daughter was trying out running a Campfire Girls meeting, and I think I may have gone like 4 or 5 times, I don't know. But we learned this song. And when I looked it up on the internet, it said it was a Girl Scout song. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, does not matter. So if you know this song, be sure to sing along with us. I think we're going to go through twice. So, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do it. Twice sounds good.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much, Emmy. I'm honored to be here tonight. This is a beautiful piece. Thank you so much.
Peace I ask of thee, O river. Peace, peace, peace. Whence I Peace, peace, peace. When the chord doesn't quite sound the same. When I learn to live serenely, cares will see something we've done. Shall we start over?
Let's start again.
Let's start over.
We're in such a state of heightened joy and peace that we forgot our song. So, my apologies, friends. Let's try
I just need
this
to
one
not
more
look
time.
at the music this time, which is usually the opposite of what I do.
Do you want to come play with us? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sorry.
Here we go.
Peace I ask of thee, O river. Peace, peace, peace. When I learn to live serenely, cares will cease. From the youth I gather courage, visions of the day to be, strength to lead and faith to follow, all are given unto me. Peace I ask of thee, O river. Peace, peace, peace. One more time. Peace I ask of thee, O river. Peace, peace, peace. When I learn to live serenely, cares will cease. From the youth I gather courage, visions of a day to be, strength to lead and faith to follow, all are given unto me. Peace I ask of thee, O river. Peace, peace, peace.
All right. Now, from the Interfaith Community, with a blessing, Reverend Asha Burnson Johnson. Hi. What a pleasure to see you all. Thank you for being here this lovely evening. So I'm a minister for Centers for Spiritual Living. We're not doing a lot of activities as Center for Spiritual Living these days. I'm taking a lot of good care of myself, but I'm really happy to be here representing the interfaith community. We've got a robust interfaith community here, although it's been a little quiet since COVID, but we're still here trying to do at least 1 or 2 or 3 gatherings a year. And we usually gather at our place, which we call 7 Acres of Heaven. We've got a lovely space that we invite people to come and walk and see the art, sculptures that are outside, come and see the labyrinth that you can walk at any time you want. Come and see me afterwards and I'll give you a card so you know where to let us know you just want to come and wander our 7 Acres of Heaven. And the roadie. Well, that not now, but mid-May, end of April to mid-May, it's glorious with rhododendrons, over 200 of them. So I just want to create that as a space of peace. So if you're on your way between here and Squim, we're right in the middle, just past the movie theater. It's a great place to just stop and take 15 minutes and walk around, breathe in the glorious beauty, and then go about your day. Create some peace in your own life. So I'm going to do a prayer that just popped into my head about a month and a half ago that I do frequently now because it's all about peace and love. So I'm going to do a line and then have you repeat after me. And I'm going to invite you to stand. And if you choose,
I find that doing movements helps me remember things, so I will do the lines and movements together. So I'm going to move over here, don't dash into something, and then ask you to stand up. Plus it'll wake you up a little bit. So the first thing I want you to do is, yes. You can hear me, yeah? And can online hear me? Great. No. Okay, so if I go over here, can online hear me? I'll stand here. I'll go back here. Never mind. So, first line is this. We're going to breathe in and breathe out to start. Breathe in and breathe out. Peace and love surround me. Peace and love surround me. Peace and love, they ground me. Peace and love, they ground me. Peace and love infuse me. Peace and love infuse me. Peace and love exude from me. Peace and love exude from me. Peace and love go before me. Peace and love go before me. Peace and love trail behind me. Peace and love trail behind me. I am peace and love. I am peace and love. Peace and love, I am. Peace and love, I am. Shall we do it again? One more time. Ready? Peace and love surround me. Peace and love, they ground me. Peace and love infuse me. Peace and love exude from me. Peace and love go before me. Peace and love trail behind me. I am peace and love. Peace and love, I am. And so it is. So I can do that anytime I'm feeling unpeaceful and I can breathe in and do it in my head. Peace and love surround me. Breathing in, breathing out. So I keep it with the breath. Helps me ground. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so honored to be here.
I'm feeling the love. Thank you, Asha. Thank you. Before we have our last video, it is my honor to say thank you to some people that were behind the scenes. Daryl Charles, the pole carver. Thank you, Bill Evans, for your audio-visual work, your hours, your time. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Robin Eves, she left, I think. She's admin. She did the flyers and a lot of things and sent out invitations. Glenn Jones for our poll party and for painting the sign. Sandra Blanchard for cleaning the men's room and for the donations of the agates. Susan Hulgren for her dedication and for the people at Taffy for providing the food for this evening. Eva McGinnis and Andrew Grims for their contributions to get the peace pole. Cheyenne and Tristan for your volunteer, for your time, for doing the center yard work. It's greatly appreciated. James and Colby Starr, who are not here, who did a lot of digging for those holes in our hole party. I said hole, not hoe. Okay. And a gentleman that comes, I do not know his last name. His name is Hank. And he was a good supervisor watching us do the pull. So And with, yes, it does. And after this song on the video, we will turn on our little lights in your satchel. And no, I did not check every one for quality control. But we have more in case some are a little dim. And I invite each and every one of you, as we sing our peace song, going out with the help of Miss Sally Spirit, we're going to walk around the pole as we sing. You are free to leave if you'd like, but we would really like you to join us for food afterwards. Thank you.
Pray for peace. 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 Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Please pray for peace. There's power in the number of those praying here on earth. We're asking for a miracle. Let your voice be the first to pray for peace. Pray for our mother. Pray for peace. Pray for your father. Pray for peace. Pray for your children. Please pray for peace. And pray for you. Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. You gotta pray for peace. Pray for peace. Please pray for peace. Pray for our leader. Pray for forgiveness. We gotta pray for freedom. Please pray for us. Pray for our family. Pray for your brother. Pray for our sisters. Please pray for me. Oh, pray for wisdom. And pray for knowledge. Pray for understanding. Pray for the love. Pray for peace. Pray for peace.